Good morning, everyone. Leisha asked me to share how giving has impacted me and why, as a newer member to St. Peter's, I choose to give to this parish. I began attending St. Peter's online in August 2020 and wasn't able to actually be here in person until May of 2021. But in that time, already I had been so blessed by this community. Christine was recommended to me by a friend, and I cold called her and asked her to talk to me about women in leadership in the church. And she obliged, and we had a Zoom call or two. And that, I think, signifies what has been my experience over and over again at St. Peter's, with Leisha, with Michael in his Bible study, and pulling him aside and asking him a bit more about the Episcopal Church and different beliefs. So the reason I give, and I was talking with Mitch and Kath before the service, is that I've always been told to, or in my previous church, it was a requirement. And so this question actually has really caused me to think about, and I remember Ian saying, like, you feel like you should give the rote answer of in the Bible tithing 10%, and but to think about why I give, and it's the fact that I believe that we worship and love a generous God. He gave his son for us. Jesus willingly went to the cross and died on our behalf. And so I believe that giving not only to a church, but to a church is one way to operate from that love. We have been greatly loved, and it's an invitation to love others. I don't know if everyone was able to listen to last week's sermon by Michelle Howard. If not, I highly recommend it to you. It caused me to reflect greatly, food for thought, the story of the widow giving her only penny, and that we're not the widow, but that Jesus was actually speaking to the scribes, saying, "Woe to the scribes, that you who have been tasked to care for the poor, the destitute, the orphaned, and the widow, would allow her to get to the place where she had a single penny to her name." I don't want to be that person. I think giving allows us the opportunity to look up and look out, to see other image bearers and how they might be in need, to go beyond ourselves. As someone who struggles with anxiety and depression in certain moments, it's helpful for me to have that reminder to look up and see the larger creation, and that other people are wrestling with similar unmet desires or needs or illness. I would encourage you to give to St. Peter's as you're able, because I think it's such a great way to strengthen your connection with our church. It's a way to invest not only of your finances, but also your time and your talents are equally important way to steward and bless the church and really become a part of what God is doing here. And it's fun to see, Riley, who's a singer, now getting to sing, and I love hospitality, so being able to greet on Sundays. There's many ways to serve beyond finances. So if it's a difficult season and finances aren't something you can give, children's ministry, and even, I would invite you in also to the Thursday evening gatherings, or staying for coffee hour, or coming early and just having a connection with our church, meeting someone new and trying to bless them. That is all. Okay.